Hey there everyone, this is Naktul coming at you from the Jurassic era with a game review for Primal Carnage. Simple premise really, there are humans and dinosaurs beating and eating the crap out of each other. And ripping each other to pieces. There are also dinosaurs. There's some pretty cool maps, a couple of decent guns, oh yeah, and dinosaurs! So this is Primal Carnage, the dinosaur versus human team-based shoot 'em up, or claw 'em up, or beak 'em up, or horn them up, or even munch them up, from the perspective of the dinosaurs obviously. Made by Lukewarm Media and digitally distributed on Steam, it's your basic online multiplayer thoroughfare, but with dinosaurs. It uses a class-based system for you to decide who you're going to use to shoot reptiles or eat humans. On the side of the dinosaurs are the spotted pterodons, who fly over the battlefield. Well, they fly when they aren't falling to their deaths. And swoop in to pick up squidgy balls of human flesh meat. All the time. Seriously. All the time. Oh, come on. Then there were the raptors. These are a personal favourite of mine. Dashing around hiding in bushes or behind containers or behind trees if you choose. Jumping on unsuspecting people to tear out their throats with lots of teethy, sharpy bits. The Dilophosaurs take from the Jurassic Park depiction with spitting acid that can blind their opponents and a poisonous bite to keep them rotting slowly from the inside. They don't however have the frills which I would really like to have in the game, but well, what are you going to do? On the downside though, these things are incredibly easy to kill if you're a human. Literally just kick it in the face and it'll probably die. You are a little weak when you play as a Dilophosaur, but the enemy will absolutely hate you no matter what. Now for the big ones, the huge ones, the Spinosaurs and the T-Rex. These are the monsters of the battlefield, the tank class for the dinosaurs, sporting a massive, massive jaw to, well, to eat people with basically. They've also got enough HP to make anyone's ammo clips cry and die a little inside. Well heck, being eaten at least beats being picked up by a pterodon, oh for fuck. And then there's the Carnosaurus. These big guys are quite cumbersome, what with having the turning circle of a house with wheels made out of Marmite, but they make up for it in massive charging speed. These beasts can plough through the line of the foe, bashing them to one side or throwing them over a cliff. Or they can miss completely and get shot into pieces of prime dinosaur flesh to put in your beef burgers. What? How can I not do a beef joke? Overall, the dinosaurs are very much a hit and run group of enemies, able to, when not being played by me, take out a human alone with general ease using different strategies and tactics. However, generally they don't really stand up to shooting in the face. Now it's time for the bone-filled fleshy meatbag team. Yeah, okay, I'm a little biased towards dinosaurs, but who wouldn't be? They're dinosaurs! First up, we've got the Commando. He's your basic cookie-cutter, gung-ho, run-and-gunner with an assault rifle that can fire for what seems like forever. Although using burst fire or actually being inside the dinosaur's stomach will help you hit them. They also can fire grenades, which are pretty funny to throw actually, just blowing up anything nearby. It's almost the same with the Pathfinder really. This is a Native American with a shotgun and flares, probably my personal favourite of the human classes, but they have a reload time on their shotgun. It takes absolutely forever. Seriously. You could actually go and form a casino in the time it takes to shoot one of these bloody guns. Then there's the human Pyro, a Scottish psychopath with a massive tank full of fuel which he lights and throws onto things. Generally dinosaurs, but sometimes trees depending on how you feel. Normally this can lead to some quite amazing displays of acrobatic fire as the dinosaurs try and run or fly away to heal or escape the burning death. Or they could be escaping the painfully bad accent. I mean, come in the house! Yeah, just listening to that made me want to go outside and set fire to myself. For those people who don't want to have to be 4 feet away from something to actually hit them, we have the Scientist. She carries a quite nice long-range sniper rifle capable of taking out the smaller dinosaurs with 1 or 2 shots, generally 3 or 4 is your best bet, and can also take out a larger enemy with just under a clip of ammunition. They also carry a little tranquilizer gun, which can make it a minor inconvenience to some dinosaurs. It can sap a bit of stamina and it makes your camera go a bit wavy. It's like watching Cloverfield really. Finally, for the humans we have the Trapper. This guy runs around with twin pistols and a big awesome looking gun, which fires a net. Not so awesome now, is it, eh? Well, actually, when you hit a smaller dinosaur, they are pinned to the ground and can be easily shot to death by your comrades or melee by an instant kill by you. It gets some of its respect back, but still it's a pretty lame weapon, let's be honest. In general, the environments in the game are actually quite nice to behold and don't make playing the game any harder with unnecessary obstruction by great big shiny things. Unless of course you're playing a match on a nighttime map. Then it can get a little tricky. Certain maps there's a blue fog that covers almost all the map and means you can't see much further than the Stegosaurus's fart. Thanks to the generally well-defined environments, it's a pretty easy game to get into, and with a bit of practice, anyone can be taking out dinosaurs at a distance or nomming the faces of humans at close range. However, it can be a little bit finicky sometimes. You can get stuck behind fences in a couple of maps, and the pterosaurs can take a long time to get used to with their flying controls, which takes a bit of practice and some hand-eye coordination. However, with this practice, you can get it down to something of an art form. The dinosaur models are generally very well made, and the games you go into, so long as you pick one with a low ping, hold up very well on screen with many people running around shooting each other. The sound design, minus some absolutely god-awful voice acting, is also as slick as an otter in a drainpipe, with special thanks from me to whoever wrote the backing music to the opening title sequence, which you can hear behind my voice. The game's flaws, while being few and far between, can be a brick wall to some people though. The darker maps can make it very hard to see unless you've got perfect vision, and even then, it can be quite hard to tell what's actually happening sometimes. Things can just come out of nowhere and eat you no matter what anyway. The pace of the games can sometimes mean you get totally lost and on your own, just wandering through the brush, about to get eaten or picked up again, or stabbed by, or spat on, or just generally killed. Same actually goes to the game's subtitling for the hearing impaired, which doesn't actually exist. Yes, the actual game itself it generally explains what you need to do, but unless you've played a game of this type before, you are generally going to get lost. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to just know that when someone's behind you, if you can't hear them, that there's a little flash on your screen saying, Mr. Monkey Butler is getting ammunition, or Sleepy Willie is healing. It would really help not only the people who are hearing impaired, but just generally those who will be sat playing it in quite a loud environment or around other people. It's something that was missed by the game, but generally you can kind of get round it. Although if you do try and play with any hearing problems, sometimes you might just get jumped on and you have no idea why. For totally new players to the game, or for those new to the genre itself for that matter, the game can be quite easily learnt just by a little bit of study of the keyboard configuration screen. However, it can be used with a pad, but when I tried it, it felt incredibly sluggish. And then when I modified it, it was so quick when I sneezed I turned like 720 degrees and fell off a cliff. Sadly, I can't see a way that the game can be modified control-wise to be used by an amputee, but if anyone does know a way this can happen, please do get in touch. I will edit the video and put it in myself. Overall, the game is a good, solid, fun multiplayer shoot 'em up. There are some barriers to entry, yes, but a solid community does exist, and there is quite a large amount of polish, especially to say this is developed by quite a small team as an indie title. If you haven't played a game like this before, maybe just ask someone that you know, or find a few more videos online. If anyone you know actually has the game and you are interested in playing it, do by all means go and see them. Go and have a play and see if you can enjoy it as well. Just one little thing on the game before I end the video. They missed a massive trick with the charging sounds. For example, here's a Carnosaurus charging. See? Nothing really special or scary. Now how about with this? Ah, that's it, much better. Or is that just me? Right, that concludes my review of Primal Carnage. If you enjoyed the review, please do comment on the video, and if you didn't, please say why, and I will happily try and change things for future videos. Be sure to drop me a tweet at Naktul, and go have a read into allthesquirrels.blogspot.com, where my two good friends Leo and Tor write many articles about gaming in general for those who are disabled in some way, be it hearing impaired, visually impaired, amputees, even mental illness. There's also lots of shiny stuff about WoW and Murlocs everywhere, and there are generally some quite good guys. I recommend giving it a look. Right, that's everything. Toodles!